Okay, then I will start again. Hello, everybody. Uh, Welcome new members of our team, uh, including Valery, who finally joined us. He will support us from Magento team on this project in near future. So yeah, one more time. Also good. Then have fun. Yeah, from organizational point of view, we will do the meetings one time in 2 weeks. Link is posted in a Slack channel. Also, I will update the wiki page of the project itself on a GitHub, and also it's already updated on calendar of the Magento. So I will switch to the screen sharing that will see the progress that we have. We have a pull request which were provided by Marian related to Redis. And I made some performance tests here, and Marian, it looks really good. That's basically was the performance improvements if you store in the operations of asynchronous API or bulk API in a Redis and not in Magento database. We get like 20% of the improvements if you're talking about the bulk operations when we transfer like a lot of objects with one request. Or if you're talking about like single request, it's almost 6% of performance improvement for one operation, so for single request, which I really think it's really good numbers here. So we can go for it. I just made it here a small review, but I guess Marian, you know what to do to try and to make it like more isolated, like a service that we can just edit, like separate extension with minimum dependencies as possible. But yeah, if you have any questions, just drop in a chat or drop them to me. But I hope you can do it in next days, weeks. I don't know. Good. That was like one of the big parts. Yeah, and basically another good news we have. Compose slow. We have finally all tests available for our repository. They're all up and running, all works. That's really good news. So we can now run the tests for the pull request. That's another good news. And related to architecture, just want to show you some changes I'm trying to implement last weeks. We have currently now two modules. It's import service and import service API. What we dealt while discussing with Alex that the final structure will look like this. So as we go into service isolation direction, we will try to make our module also in this direction. So we have the import service and import service API like a core modules. And then we have on top the source modules. So by default, we will support CSV like a source, like a default source. On top, we can easily then add another source types like XML, JSON, add wherever you want. So idea that each source type will be implemented like a separate module, and as we have the own endpoint for each source, we'll also have the API module here that will provide the service context for that and endpoints itself. And also the separate module will be for import, which I thought to rename here to service catalog products or like catalog categories. So when we have each import object in a separate module, and on top, if you want to implement or create a new import object, we just make a new module on it for it, and by using the configuration and XML files, make it works with a import service module, like core module. And what I'm trying to do last weeks, I basically tried to refactor the modules that we have Can I do here like this? Ah, cool. So yeah, I'm trying to split to move out the all, let's say, CSV related interfaces, models, implementations to CSV only related module. The same I will do with import start. So with the catalog products, start endpoints. Yeah, and also what I made last days, I provided. So, but basically, we had a problem that because we are using the format here, which may be different from type to type. So you can imagine that CSV has such attributes, for example, and XML has some root node only attribute, or maybe some another ones, but currently that's not a use case. But in any case, any format will have their own base settings, how it's have to be processed. This means that to implement this via the API, that have to have their own service contact and basically own DTO. In this case, for format for CSV only. And then we face with the problems that we have, as we using the strict types, we have to transfer this interface through all steps, including the upload of the source, including the start of the source, because we have to define exact type of exact interface that we are transferring. This means if you want to add a new file type like XML, we have to duplicate a lot of code, maybe not a duplicate, write it again, but it's really a lot of files just to make like a new type available for the import. And what I'm trying to do, I try to provide the unique interface, which have the same setters and getters, but format will be provided here like an array. So in this case, that's not an interface. So we're still receiving the CSV interface on DTOs, but then we converting it to the source format that has an array inside, which has basically may have a different set of the keys inside, will be transferred to process source, for example, or to start source. This means we don't need to duplicate a lot of code, and we only will need to provide we still need to provide the own endpoints, the API endpoints, and the own service contract that will execute it, because we still have to have the type-related interfaces. But then we convert them to the like unique one, and it will be processed by all processors. I will try to complete it next days, this one and also the splitting. I will make a pull request, and then I will basically ask you, Alex, to have a look on it if you will find the time. Yeah, that's a plan like for the nearest future. Yeah, I know that's, I mean, we have, how many? We have 4 Alexes here. The most common name of Magento developers. Okay. So yeah, Alex from Comrab, I know you will work on a test for the source upload. Yeah, that's hope in 2 weeks maybe you can show us something. In any case, after you will make a pull request, in a pull request you can see the test, and if they were successful through all Magento, that is good. If not, you have to align it. But in any case, if you will have questions about general like pull requests and testing workflows, just ask me. And Oleg, by the way, and Oleg will start with UI, like his first contribution to start with implementing the UI for the module. That's all from my side currently. Are there any questions? Good. No questions, not always good, but now good. I hope when I will finish the my part with the pull request, we'll have a base architecture then we can create more issues, and then you can basically work more closer to the import implementation itself. So see you guys next. No, not next. In 1 week, Wednesday, 17:00 German time. That's Berlin time. Have fun. Bye bye.